Okay, boldface. So I'm gonna try the RV method, not read the boldface too much, so read around it. So let's just see. A product that represents a clear technological advance over competing products. So iPhones. So iPhones can charge higher because they represent a technological advance. Even though I would argue iPhone doesn't. But okay, there's an advantage. Maybe iPhone's higher battery, so you can charge a higher price. Okay. So because they surpassed, and companies want to make larger profits while they can, many charge them. Okay, and because of this, they charge a higher price because somebody's gonna copy it. The patent's gonna go. It's gonna go to some other country who's gonna be able to copy it for much cheaper. Uh, Given labor is really cheap, so that kind of makes sense, I suppose. Yeah. So I guess this is, I don't know what it is, but I guess it's a claim or something. I don't know. Anyways, but large profits on the new products will give. Okay, but so there's a okay, so this is a counter, obviously, and this is a counter. So this is a to counter to the general rule of thumb. This is almost like a rule of thumb. This is a business practice, today's thinking. So this is a potential counter to general counter to today's thinking. Consequently, uh, what does that mean? Consequently, I think this is a I don't know if I use the word premise and stuff, but this is something that'll it affects the counter, obviously. Consequently, the strategy to maximize. So charge less than the greatest. Consequently. So this is saying that, all right, if a counter to the okay, so better is better, and this is a more the premise to the counter. Don't charge as much. Charge as much. Keep profit per unit. Per unit, I guess. Smaller. In the long run, you make more money because other competitors won't follow so much. Okay, so I don't. I guess it's the business practice, whereas the second is some kind of premise to the counter that has been raised to argue that a certain discount. No, 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 no. It is talking about the strategy that it is not a consideration. It is not a consideration that has been raised to argue that. Yeah, that is certainly wrong. Why is it wrong? It's because B1 is the strategy, is the certain strategy. B1 is not a consideration, is not a weakener, a certain strategy. The second present. So you're telling me this B, no. The second, no. That's also actually not even true. Yeah, A was definitely, the first is a consideration to support. No, the argument doesn't, does the argument recommend one? I don't know if it recommends. I think that's a bit strong. So I'm a bit not happy with that. Is a consideration raised to support. I don't think it's not a premise. B1 is not a premise. B1 is the strategy. So I don't know, it's to support the strategy. I don't like the word argument recommends. So how do you know it recommends one? It just gives two strategies. The first is a consideration raised to support the strategy. And also it's not B1 and B2 are talking. B1 and B2 are talking about two different strategies completely. Option B is talking about premise being B1, whereas goal being B2. That also is wrong. I don't know. Is a supporting? No, this is not true. So I don't think that's true. The first is a consideration to help explain the appeal of us. Yeah, that makes sense. No, it is not that strategy. Is B1? I guess it is a consideration. You could say that. B2 is not that strategy. B2 is a different strategy. Rejected by the argument. I don't know if that word rejected, that seems very strong. It's an assumption, maybe. No, it is not to present that course of action, no. B2 presents different course of action. First, yeah, I guess they are. I mean, I guess it's E. It has to, hopefully it's E. The first is a consideration. I guess it's, yeah. I guess, I mean, my initial thought that this was a consideration. Yeah, the first is, I don't know, that the argument rejects. That seems also a bit, I don't know if it rejects. I guess it says but, so that's a rejection. That it's been used to justify pursuing a goal that yeah, which is to make profit. The second presents a quote that has been adopted in pursuit of that goal. I guess it's E. Damn, even I got this one.